After many years of service, a YouTuber of great renown announced his retirement, and it's really taken a toll on all of us. After seeing my video confirming that Silksong isn't real, Mossbag officially said on Twitter that he would be quitting forever at this devastating revelation. I guess now I'll have to watch MatPat for all my Hollow Knight lore. Oh, right. So as I'm sure you're all aware by now, since it's really the only thing people are talking about on the internet, YouTube legend MatPat, the creator of game theory, film theory, food theory, and style theory, has announced his official retirement from the platform. After 13 years of insane theories ruining childhoods and saying that sans is Ness, MatPat has finally decided that it's time for him to take a step back, retire, and give the new generation of creators a chance in the spotlight. But after 13 years of doing theories on 4 different channels, it's like I can kind of level with the guy, and it's like, yeah, no kidding, you'd want to break, and no kidding, you want to do some other stuff and spend some time with your family. I mean, it seems completely fair to me. I will say it's extremely admirable of the internet as a whole, for the most part, to be extremely sympathetic and extremely understanding of MatPat's reasoning. I mean, he's been around forever. He's one of the OGs, one of the veterans, one of the legends on this YouTube space. So I'm really grateful that the internet has not made it a huge meme. There's plenty of memers out there who are doing stuff, but when you look at the comments of those videos that are, made in light spirit and made as a joke, you go into the comment section and everybody's like, hey man, like, be a little respectful. And I think that's very admirable for the majority of the internet, considering its history. But beyond wanting to spend time with his family and, work on some other projects, a lot of people think and are pretty certain that there are, other reasons that MatPat didn't say why he's retiring. Trey Yates, Jacksepticeye's current editor, said that MatPat might also be quitting YouTube because of the fact that YouTube's systems and the way the platform functions as a whole has become a lot more mechanical and autonomous. And, it makes sense why YouTube does it that way, make it more autonomous, considering that it's a user submitted and user central platform. And I mean, the stats of just how much video is uploaded to the platform every day, it really says it all in that regard. But these automated systems and the algorithm in general have become extremely mechanical and extremely autonomous, and because of that, a lot of YouTubers and users in general have had to respond by becoming more mechanical and autonomous themselves in kind. The way Trey Yates and Ludwig both put it is that essentially once you get something that works, something that sticks, you kind of just stick with doing that. You fall into one vein of creating something because the algorithm likes that keeps your channel relevant, that keeps the revenue coming in, and you just sort of stick with that. And the algorithm really liked what the Theorist channels did, so MatPat continued to do it for 13 years. And this doesn't just apply to MatPat and the Theory channels, it applies to a lot of YouTube channels, and a lot of YouTube channels who have retired. Take Stampy, for example. After 823 episodes of his lovely world, he finally announced that he would be, stopping his Minecraft series because while it worked for a very long time and a lot of people really loved it and treasured it close to their hearts, with the way the algorithm has become now and the way not only Minecraft content but general gaming content is treated by the algorithm in general, what he's been doing won't, work as well. Not to mention that, he wants to do other stuff too. He wants to express his creativity in other ways. And that's why a lot of these legendary and veteran YouTubers have been either putting less focus on their main channel, like Tom Scott, for example, and sort of branching out and trying to do other things, or just retiring completely. And in order to keep up with these mechanical and autonomous systems, creators have to become more mechanical and autonomous themselves. But we're not machines, we're people. Just like you out in the audience, just like your mom downstairs, just like your dad at the milk store, we're all just people. We're not machines. We can only do so much. And I have to give points where points are due, of course. MatPat is an incredibly hard worker and extremely talented. For doing what he did for 13 years, I can't imagine the toll it must have taken on him, but in the video where he announced his retirement, I could not see more pride in what he and his community have accomplished, and that's really special. Going back to Trey Yates, though, he believed that a way that could potentially help solve this problem is by getting more people involved. Not with creators, but with YouTube as a whole platform space. Instead of having so much autonomy and so much mechanical systems, there should be more people involved to make the system more enjoyable and more appealing to any creator, really. That way, you're not stuck in a loop. Once you have something that sticks, like, that's what a lot of creators stick with because it works and it keeps them relevant and it keeps the revenue flowing. But with the way things are now, it's so autonomous that it almost feels like when you're reaching out to YouTube support or trying to reach out to support, it feels like you're never going to get a real, genuine person to respond. I mean, hell, how many dramas have gone on in the past couple of years where the only way that creators were able to get help from YouTube was by tweeting and ranting about it on Twitter? Not on YouTube, not on, the YouTube platform that they need help on, but on Twitter. Like, that speaks volumes in my eyes. But I think there's another reason that MatPat and many other veterans might be leaving the site. And that all really boils down to the type of content that is becoming relevant and popular and getting the most views and pulling in the most money. Of course, I'm talking about TikTok and YouTube Shorts and reaction videos to those TikToks and those YouTube Shorts. Now, it's not TikTok and Shorts as a whole, because there are some genuinely talented people who use those platforms to express their creativity. I'm not denying that. But in general, this new mind-numbing, dopamine-hitting, just quick little bursts of content are kind of destroying a lot of the intense creativity and intense work that a lot of creators put into their productions. So if I were to step into the shoes of MatPat or Captain Sparkles or Dan TDM, and I put like a week's worth of work or even more into a video that I'm really happy with and really hope people like. I put it out, say it gets like 1 million views, hypothetically. And then I head over to YouTube Shorts or I open up TikTok on my phone and I see these videos that are just so low effort and mind-numbing and just completely like almost worthless content getting like 10 to 20 million views, and it's like nothing content. It's nothing content. Like, that can be really demoralizing. And even me, a smaller creator, I go onto the Shorts tab and I think to myself, I could post the most dumb, stupid, and ridiculous thing on here that's just not worth anything. It would take me 3 minutes to make and it would get millions of views. I could do that. But then what would be the point? Because I wouldn't be making something I like or enjoy. Okay, I'm getting a little bit tilted because of my views on short form content. Gonna take a quick deep breath. Here, breathe with me. Breathe in. Hold it for a few moments. And then back out. Doesn't that feel better? But yes, short form content and low effort content, including reaction videos and pretty much anything in that general realm, has become even more popular than it used to be. And, it was always popular. It was always something on the internet that was essentially a content farm, but it is more prominent now than ever with the introduction of short form content. At the end of the day, no matter the reasoning, no matter the why, who, or how, MatPat is retiring from his time as the host and, general just overseer of the Theory channels. Ultimately, myself and I hope all of you are extremely happy for him because he has more than earned his right to step back and take his life into his own hands and live the way he wants to live outside of the theory channels. I'm sure any other creative projects he's working on are going to be nothing short of fantastic and enjoyable. I think, if I recall correctly, in his announcement video announcing his retirement, he talked about doing some sort of like lo-fi ARG, and that sounds really cool. So if that's something he ends up doing like soon, like that's going to be awesome. As a theorist myself and holding a lot of the theorist values, I thought it was important to share my 2 cents with all of you and ask for all of you to share your 2 cents with me. So I'd love to see some comments about why you all think MatPat might be retiring, or, you know, if you're happy, if you're sad, if you're happy, sad, whatever. I'd love to read some comments about your thoughts on all of this. And if you made it this far in the video, thank you, but I'm also very sorry you had to listen to my voice for this long. But now that we're at the end of the video, I wanted to mention that I did this video mostly unscripted. The only thing that was actually scripted was the little intro there, but for the most part I just wrote myself some notes and, you know, just sort of let my thoughts spiral, because I felt it was important that my thoughts on this stance came from the heart. You know, came from the heart, came from the soul, and, you know, I didn't sort of apply any sort of filter or anything, because I genuinely love MatPat and his theory channels. They're really important to me. They hold a lot of nostalgia value for me, and I'm sure a lot of you. So I didn't want to do a cold scripted video. I wanted this to all just be directly from me. So I wanted to share that with you. And again, be sure to share all your thoughts and whatnot in the comments, and I'd love to read and respond to some of them. I know I don't always respond to comments, but like, sometimes I just don't want to, I guess. I do my best to like and heart as many comments as I can, but sometimes I don't always feel like replying. But in this video, I think it's different, because, like, you know, game theory and MatPat's mantra has always just been about sharing information and sharing thoughts with one another, so I'll do my best to respond to comments on this video. But I think that's going to do it for now. MatPat, I salute you for your many, many, many years of service, and I hope you live the most fantastic of lives outside the theory channels, my friend. But that's really going to do it. I hope you all enjoyed this video, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, and yeah, have a good day, everyone.